Good evening and welcome to this very special edition of CEO Live here at MWR. Mike Randolph coming to you directly from MWR's New England Regional Office, right here, just north of Boston, Massachusetts. Before we get started this evening, I just want to remind everyone that this session is for the education and training of our marketing directors and their guests and is not intended for distribution to the public. However, if you do share it in its entirety. That is the way it was intended. We will be discussing information regarding our memberships and our revenue sharing plan. Please be aware that any projections or testimonials shared are for illustration purposes and are not intended to serve as guarantee results. For more information, as always, please visit makewealthreal.com for more information. And with that, it's time to turn things over to our guest MC for the evening, the one and only Mr. Gerald W. Parker. Gerald, turn your camera on. We'll put the focus on you. Take it away, sir.
Mike Randolph here, and I am excited, my friend, about this Monday night event. Tell you what, I've seen things happening with MWR. I've seen explosive growth, but I've never seen the kind of interest that I'm seeing as it relates to this platform of Silver, the rental pro. It's amazing to see what's happening. I've got people engaged that have sat on the sideline for quite some time. It's a powerful thing, guys. Listen, let's see who's out there with us tonight, because you're going to hear from the horse's mouth. We're going to share quite a bit with you. Mike, if you could open that attendee list for me. I don't see it. I see the numbers growing, but I don't see the people. Get me that, sir, and I'll be able to tell you who's joining, what part of the country they're joining from. Guys, listen, send out those last minute texts, make those last minute phone calls. Let's get as many people in front of this as possible, because listen, as we said in our earlier presentation with the new MWR PowerPoint, is that we've cracked the code and it's real. And tonight we're going to show you the receipts. Guys, this is real, truly an opportunity for you and I to create the life that we dream of. I don't care who you are, where you are, what age you are, you've got a real shot at winning now. Now is the time to be a part of the most explosive opportunity that exists on planet Earth. Guys, I've always said it, that MWR is the greatest opportunity that exists on the planet. And we're going to show you tonight why. We're going to show you what all the excitement is about, and why people are so fired up right now. Because I'm telling you, I'm dealing with a lot of people that see this very clearly. It took me a while to even come around to it, but I've got it now, and there's no stopping us. We're going to run to the hills with this because we've got the platform. But listen, without further ado, as you chime in, I'm gonna slow it down for a minute, because I want you to get as many people on as possible, particularly if they're on your team. If they're not on your team, that's fine. Bring them anyway. You want people to see and hear again what all the excitement is about, and that is what MWR is creative. It's exclusive to MWR. It's never been done before. We are part of history. You are a part of history, and many of you have already taken advantage of it. And we want to get as many people in front of this as possible so they can take advantage of it too and create the life of their dream. We're talking about securing your future now. You hear us talk at MWR about freedom. It's real, guys. We've got a real shot at doing it, and you're going to see and hear why we're so excited about what we're going to share with you tonight. So without further ado, let me bring on the gentleman that has made all of this possible for you and I. My friend of 20 plus years. I've never met a guy so committed to the average person, wanting to see everybody win and willing to reach back and provide whatever resources are necessary to ensure that that happens. How many times do you meet people like that? It doesn't happen often, but we've got the kind of leadership and the CEO and founder of MWR that brings that to the table, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I've been involved since day one, and I will be here till the wheels fall off, and that ain't happening no time soon. We've got something special here. But listen, his visionary leadership has made MWR the fastest growing financial strategies company in the country, but it's gotten even better. His visionary leadership has taken MWR to a place where nobody else has ever gone before, and you and I are part of that. As I said earlier, we are part of history. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the CEO and founder of MWR, my good friend, Mr. Brian T. House. Are you there, sir?
Hey, buddy, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You're looking good, my friend.
Oh gosh, you too, buddy. I appreciate that. Listen, Gerald, stick around a second, because I want to ask you something. You talked about a lot of stuff, and tonight, guys, I'm gonna say this before we get started. Tonight is going to be very informative. There's going to be a lot of information, but I'm going to try to condense it as much as I can, because tonight we said, Gerald, you already said it, we're going to bring the receipts. And one of the things that I've always said is that there are so many things out there. It's hard to tell what opportunity to choose. It's hard to tell what financial strategy to use to get you to where you want to go. All of these things create a lot of confusion. Okay. And when they do that, there's a lot of hype that goes behind it because, I'm a big believer that you don't follow people or hype or fads or theories. You literally need to, excuse me, follow truth, facts, and proof of concept. Those are the things I look at when we determine whether or not something is good or not. In order to have it involved in MWR, we use those criteria: truth, facts, and proof of concept. Okay, does it work? Is it working for you? Okay. How about, when we talk about truth, I'm just going to say this: people can lie, but numbers don't. Okay. That's one thing I learned a long time ago. People can tell you a bunch of amazing things. And Gerald, you saw a Telegram post I had here the other day. We pointed that out. I said all these wonderful things on there. And then I said, but how do you know it's true?
Wow.
How do you know it's true? If you don't know me, you don't know it's true. Okay. That's where it's important to use discernment. We talk about that, Gerald. And you get discernment through due diligence. So you don't just take something for face value or because somebody told you it was great. You got to see if it's great. You got to make sure you do your due diligence, do your homework. Even with us, one of the things I love about us here at MWR, we want people to do their due diligence. We're a company that was founded on faith-based principles in order to be able to provide people with everything they need to live the lifestyle they want now and leave a legacy for generations to come. Okay. To create more financially independent families than any other company in history. And we do it in a way that doesn't put you, your reputation, or your money at risk. Okay. It's extremely important. And our track record proves that. 8 years in this industry, the tens of thousands of people's lives we've been able to change and touch. And, I will not say I'm perfect, guys. That's for sure. But I encourage people to look me up online. This is my fourth multi-million-dollar debt-free company that I've built. Okay. And I would dare to say, I hope nobody has anything bad to say about me, but I'm a guy that believes in doing what you say you're going to do. Okay. And I think my track record has proven that. That's not to pat myself on the back. Okay. But it's in transparency. You need to be able to say that. You choose a company. You guys have chosen to be with MWR. You need to know you've got a company that's going to stand behind you, that is going to do what they say they're going to do. And they have proof of concept, not just giving you all the FOMO and the hype and making it sound great so you'll participate so we can make money, because that's not what MWR is about. We didn't do this for the money. I just told you this is my fourth multi-million-dollar debt-free company that I've built. And I say that humbly. I say that humbly, but I've been very blessed in my life to be able to do very well financially. Okay. And, but we wanted other people to experience that too. That's why we put this platform together. And so with that, tonight, we're going to bring some receipts because we just introduced, as Gerald said, our precious metals rental program. Now, I'm going to tell you something about this right off the bat. Okay. This has never been done, not for the general public. This has been being done by institutions for decades, but it's never been available to the average American or the average person out there. And when I say average, I don't mean insignificant. I just mean somebody that's not a sophisticated investor, somebody that doesn't already have tons of money. And even those people that do have a considerable amount of money, they haven't even been able to do it. Okay. But now we can. Now we can. And it's extremely powerful. And I'm going to show you that tonight. And I'm not going to go into a bunch of great detail, but I want you to have the confidence in what we're doing and know that what we're doing beats any other vehicle out there when it comes to savings, investing, making your money work for you, when it comes to accumulating assets, what we're doing, and I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it. And guess what? You're going to be able to prove it too, without having to depend on what I say. And that, to me, is exactly what makes it real. Name of the company is Make Wealth Real for a reason, because we don't do it with hype. We don't do it with false promises. We do it because what we know works, and what we know is not going to put you, your reputation, or your money at risk. Now, with that, Gerald, you said you were excited, but you said it took you a while to grasp the concept. And I know it did. And here's why. And this applies to so many people that are on here right now, I'm sure. If you've been in MWR for a while, when something new is introduced and you're used to things one way and then you see them another way, okay, it takes a minute, because your head is already in one direction. And now you've got to shift that thinking to be able to realize, what is this all about? And you got to figure it out. And that's where we provide all this knowledge and education and everything, so that people can get up to speed on it. But here's the great thing about what we're doing with precious metals. You don't have to be a precious metals expert. Okay. You don't have to have any special skills. You're not going to be putting your money at risk. And the other thing is, it's extremely simple to participate. We've broken it down into 3 clicks. Click number 1, you purchase precious metals. Click number 2, you enter into a rental agreement, and the following month you start earning passive monthly returns. And when those accumulate to $50 or more, you click on the withdrawal button, or request withdrawal. That's the other click, and you get paid. Passive income, passive monthly income that comes in month after month without you having to do anything for it. Now, Gerald, here's the really important part. People say, I don't have a bunch of extra money to buy precious metals. Well, we're gonna kind of blow that myth out of the water here in just a minute when we bring up Mike. But Gerald, I think what makes what we're doing so powerful is the fact that we can provide you with the savings, earnings, or ability to borrow. So you can save, earn, and borrow through our platform to be able to purchase precious metals to start earning passive income. Our savings, pillar number 1 of our business, is our membership, where it provides you with a team of experts that help you eliminate your debts, lower your tax or reduce your taxes, lower your monthly bills, restore your credit, and help you save money on the things you spend money on every day. That one pillar of our program typically puts an average of $700 within weeks back in per month back into our members' pockets, and over $2,000 per month long term. That's a big deal. Then you have this incredible revenue sharing plan that allows you to earn unlimited immediate income and anywhere between $5,000 to $15,000 per day. $5,000 to $15,000 per day in residual income. Now, the only thing, Gerald, better than passive income is when you tie a residual income to it. Passive income, you don't have to work for it. Okay. Residual income, you do the work one time, but you get paid over and over for it. You put those two together, that's a formula for time and financial freedom. Okay. Period. And there's no better method to do it. Then, to accelerate the entire process, you have access to be able to participate in business funding, where our experts guarantee to provide you with $50,000 or more in ongoing unsecured business funding with no personal credit, no collateral, none of those things required. Okay. And they have already done it for thousands. They're recognized by Forbes, Inc. 5000, Entrepreneur Magazine, and it's an optional program. Okay. So you can save and earn your way there, or you can borrow your way there, or you can do a combination of all 3, or the best bet is when you get in a position to do all 3. That's when you accelerate everything. Okay. But with that, Gerald, you saw a ton of excitement in your organization. And I know you've shared some amazing stories with me. And I don't want to spill the beans because we're getting ready to have what we're calling a precious metals profit party. Here's one of our announcements, or the announcement for me tonight is we're getting ready. Pay attention to your emails, your our Telegram account, our social media platforms, because we're getting ready to deposit the first rental payments into our members' portfolios. Okay, so we're getting ready to deposit the first rental payments into our members' portfolio, and at that point, it's already exploding. But I don't even have a clue what's going to happen when that happens, Gerald. Which is literally we're looking at days away at the most for that happening. So that's going to be exciting, and then we're going to have a profit party with that. Okay, so all good stuff. But Gerald, I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to let you go because I'm going to bring Mike up. What has you so excited about what we're doing with precious metals?
Let me
And
let me
your
tell you
team.
the biggest part of it, Brian, is the re-engagement that I'm seeing happening with my team. I'm seeing upgrade happening from customers who say, like me, I want all the money. All right, so that's happening. But this growth is incredible. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen this level of excitement. The participation, the draw of this concept of being able to get a residual or a passive income from an investment is like nothing I've ever seen. I've got people that have been with me for years who've never really built a big MWR business, but this precious metals, this silver concept has really got their attention, and they're loving it, and they're putting themselves in a position to win. But bigger than that, this thing is designed. I mean, you've created a situation where the average everyday person can now participate. I've got guys who are young, don't have a retirement plan in place, but saw this concept and decided this was going to be the vehicle that they use to create the retirement for themselves and their family. I've got people that want to leave legacies and never had a real vehicle to do it. They do have that now because of what has been created. It's phenomenal.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, I'm excited for you. I appreciate you getting on doing intros tonight with us. And I know you're probably going to go behind the scenes. Stick around. I may call you back up. But at the same time, I want to bring on right now, I want to bring on our VP of operations and none other than Mike Randolph. So, Mike, there you are, buddy. Good deal. Are you going to make yourself bigger or are you going to stay a little small? Oh, there you are. Perfect. Perfect. Love it, man. Oh, you're muted.
Some people think I'm too big already.
No, you're not. You're not. Well, listen, tonight, Mike, we said we're going to bring the receipts. So I kind of gave this 10,000 foot overview of everything that we do, the excitement that we're experiencing. But again, I believe the proof means a lot more than me just saying. Okay. So let's do this. First thing I want to do is I want to talk about, why I believe, or better yet, I'm not even going to talk about it. We're going to let some tool talk about it for us. Okay. Because when I say do your due diligence, when I say proof of concept, when I say, facts matter, okay, you need to be able to, we all got a tool right now, and some of us have multiple tools, but this tool, we live in an information age right now to where it is readily accessible to us. Okay. And it's called Google. You can actually Google just about anything and you can get the answer just like that. So let's say this, Mike, why is precious metals such a great place to put your money? Okay. Why do people want to put their money into precious metals? And if we did that, you'll see, okay. Oh, nope, that's the wrong slide. Go to the next one.
I can fix.
Because we're going to cover that. Investing in precious metals, or why is investing in precious metals such a great idea? Investing in precious metals is considered a great idea primarily because they serve as a reliable hedge against inflation and economic uncertainty, provide essential portfolio diversification due to a low correlation with traditional assets, and offer the security of owning tangible assets with intrinsic long-term value. Now, those aren't my words. That's Google's words. Okay. And so now you know the answer, which is amazing. But there's one challenge with precious metals, okay, to why it's not the greatest. Why is it not the greatest place? And why is it just great? Well, it's because precious metals offer many benefits. They do not generate passive income like dividends or interest. Now, I'm going to finish this, Mike, and then we're going to come back. And their prices can still be volatile in the short term. Financial experts generally recommend allocating a relatively small percentage of your overall portfolio to precious metals, often between 5% and 10%, to gain the benefits of diversification without overconcentration. All of that applied until now. Until now. Here's the crazy part. This was Googled today, Mike. This was Googled today. And here's what's even crazier. Google doesn't even know what we're doing yet. They don't know that we have put together a platform and made it where, in compliance with SEC rules, everything, that the average American, the everyday American, okay, can now earn passive monthly rental returns off of their precious metals. Google doesn't even know it, which is what makes it so incredible. And these aren't little returns. These are average returns of anywhere between 12 to 24% and annually, paid monthly, 1 to 2% monthly. Now, Mike, you take that into consideration with a bank, a CD, CDs right now. What's the highest you've seen?
11-month CD I saw the other day, 2.5%, and they were bragging, and it was a $10,000 minimum deposit, 11 months, and they had fireworks going off because that's the highest rate in town.
Yeah. Now, here's the crazy part, Mike. Well, does it take $10,000 to participate in MWR's precious metals? What if somebody right now, an ounce of silver on purchase price, not spot price, but purchasing price of silver, running somewhere around $57, $58. Okay. Well, if you're earning 69% a month on that, that's 1.25% per month or 1.24% per month, not 2.5% per year. We're talking a month. Okay. So that's one example where it beats the banks. If you're doing it in a savings account, you're getting probably 0.9% per year, not 1.25% per month based on our existing agreement we're in now. Now, the other thing is the reason that financial experts do this is because some of your portfolio needs to be something that produces income, is an income producing asset. Okay. So if you're just looking at a hedge to buy and hold something, that's the typical play with precious metals until now. Until now, never been able to earn passive monthly income from it. So that's why it's a great idea. We just made it into the greatest idea. And I'll explain why on that in just a second. Now, let's compare it to some other strategies that are out there, okay? And things we hear about all the time. We hear about them all the time because they're buzzwords. They're new, they're exciting, or they've been around a while and people see it jump up and they think, oh, it's going to the moon or whatever. But let's talk about some of these other things compared to what we're doing. Okay. First of all, there's no risk of loss with our precious metals. And when you're in rental agreements, we don't care if precious metals go up or go down. You still get paid a fixed monthly return on those precious metals, regardless of what the conditions are. So if precious metals go down, great, it's a buying opportunity. because you're probably in an agreement that has a higher spot price than what the purchase price is, which means you can buy that precious metals, add it to that, and get paid on the higher spot price. Now, instead of 1.25%, you might be earning 2 to 3% on your money, depending on if it drops. That's a great thing. If it goes up, you still make the same percentage on it, but guess what? Now you got appreciation on that precious metal that you get to benefit from. So we've created a no-lose scenario. Mike, can you go back to the slide that we were on before? That let's compare this to 3 things that people talk about all the time. Let's talk about stocks, Forex, and crypto trading, okay? Here's what everybody needs to know about these things. I just told you, we don't care if it goes up or down. Our members aren't going to lose. They still get their monthly returns. While they're in their agreements, they get their monthly returns, okay? And so with that, let's look at what's happening with these markets. Do you realize with stocks, Forex, and crypto, those are what they call zero-sum games. Some of you may know what that means, some of you don't. But do you realize for every one winner on any trade in those things, there are anywhere between 7 to 9 losers. 7 to 9 losers. So for every one winner in a trade with Forex, crypto, or stocks, you're looking at 7 to 9 losers in stocks. Now, people say to me, yeah, but I use a bot. I use a bot, Mike, to trade. Well, here's the problem with that. Bots have been around for a long time, but these statistics have never changed. Okay. So what's that tell you about a bot? The other thing is the reason people still lose with bots is because bots are not able to keep up with quick changes in market conditions or news that affects a crypto, a stock, or a Forex, a Forex currency. So because of that, they go off of trends. They may go off of the last 5 years trends and base their trades based off of that. But if a news statement comes out, Fed's just raised interest rates, okay, that could be a problem. So-and-so just went bankrupt. That could affect your stock, okay? And that's where for every one winner, there are 7 to 10 losers. At MWR, we're not ever going to put you into a position to where you can lose all your money. Ain't happening, okay? But it sounds good. You can make money in stocks without having to do anything. You set it and forget it. The bot will take care of it for you. Better yet, you can put stop losses in there. And guess what? It'll keep you from losing all your money. You just get to lose it in small segments at a time. Okay? Guys, I say this because I want you to understand what we're competing with in the market is not even competition. Okay. Now, with that, there's other vehicles, Mike. There's other vehicles, things like land and real estate. Okay. Now, we had a land banking program in MWR, Mike, but we got rid of our land banking program. You know why? Because one, it took a $40,000 entry price to be able to participate, which eliminated a ton of people from being able to benefit from it. The other thing is it was a long-term hold, meaning you had to hold it for 5, 10 years before you cashed it out and then, or before you sold it. And then when you sell it, it takes typically anywhere between 12 to 18 months to be able to sell it. Okay. So it's not liquid. It's not something you can, turn into cash quickly. Doesn't mean you couldn't borrow against it, but you don't have to borrow against it with silver. Okay. You can, and banks are happy to lend against it, but you don't need to. Okay. Because you're getting passive monthly returns from it. Now, with that, let's talk about real estate real quick. Okay. If you would, Mike, do you have another slide or is that the only one that was there?
That's all I've got.
Okay, good, because we're going to show an example here of what's happening right now with MWR. But let's talk about real estate. Guys, I love real estate. Okay. Always have. I think and if you look at the wealthiest people in the world, that is usually where most wealthy people accumulate assets that produce passive monthly income and to be able to pass it on as well to their families. And I still love real estate, but I'm going to explain to you the difference between real estate and what we're doing right now. Okay. And where I am actually liquidating property to be able to put into what we're doing right now. Okay. And so, and that's another thing. My property is not liquid. I'm finding out because it doesn't sell as quick as you can buy all the time. All right.
Isn't
But
that amazing?
it's amazing. But so here's the crazy thing. Let's say I live in a small town and we have a gentleman, and we were talking about it a second ago, and you're going to get to meet him along with a boatload of other people that are excited about what's happening and how it's changing their lives. But let me tell you this. We had a gentleman the other day and his wife, amazing couple. I'm not going to give their names because I'm just going to tell a piece of their story. They literally purchased 1,800 ounces of silver. That's right at $100,000 the other day. They purchased $100,000 in silver, and they're earning right now, because of the contract or the rental agreement we're in, they're earning right at about $1,250 per month on that $100,000. Now, that's amazing because $1,250 a month, I'll tell you why it's so exciting compared to real estate. And again, you're talking to a guy that loves real estate, okay? But I know a good thing when I see it. And so here's what I will tell you. You take that same $100,000, and let's say in my small town of Falmouth, Kentucky, we moved back to my hometown about 6 years ago, okay, from the city. And so now I'm back to being a farm boy, Mike, in a little town called Falmouth, Kentucky. All right,
I want
but
to see you on a tractor, buddy. That's all I want.
yeah. Well, I can drive a tractor. So believe it or not, I've done it plenty. Picking up hay and tobacco and everything else. But that's a different story. But let's say you take that $100,000 and you bought a rental property. In my hometown, I could probably buy a 2-bedroom, 1-bath piece of property on a small lot, and I would be able to rent that out for right at about $850 a month. Again, don't take my word for it. Google it. See what the average rent is. I think it's somewhere between $750 and $1,100, depending on where the location is. I'm in a small town. I can get about 800, 850 for that size house. Okay. I just told you that same 100,000 got these people $1,250 a month in passive income. Here's the difference. I could get $850 a month, but I have property taxes, I have insurance, I have maintenance on that property. I have to make sure a renter's in it. When a renter leaves, I have possibly months where I don't get rent until I rent it out again. I have to turn around and make repairs, hoping that people don't damage it the next time. All right. I have all this overhead, all these expenses and everything with that. And that $850 quickly goes down to probably about $500 and $600, $500 to $600 that I may clear if I'm lucky on my $100,000 investment. Now, granted, I'll end up getting appreciation with that over time. I can get appreciation. One good thing about real estate is it does typically appreciate over time. All right. But I found a way where I need no special skills to do it. I have limited or mitigated or eliminated risk of loss with what I'm doing. And I'm producing higher monthly returns. I don't know about you, and with what is recognized, but more than what has been recognized as the premier investment vehicle to accumulate assets and produce passive monthly income. Yeah, it was until now, until MWR, until we put this platform together. All right. And so Guys, that's what we're so excited about. That's what we're so excited about. But again, don't take my word for it. Google it. Google it. There are a lot of shiny objects that fly around out there. Okay. And everybody has the greatest thing since sliced bread. Okay. Here's what I'm going to tell you. When those things come up, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go look at the people behind the company. I want you to look at who owns the company. I want you to look at their track record. I want you, okay, to find somebody that can give you proof of concept that what they're saying, their service, their product, their opportunity, anything else will do, that they have proof of concept. We have tens of thousands of testimonies of real life people that we've changed their lives. That's proof of concept. We can back everything we say up, and you can back it up too with Google. Okay. Google it. Google whatever else is out there. Check out the leadership of the companies. Okay. Make sure that they're good, ethical people that do the right thing. Okay. That they haven't burned people in the past. Make sure those things happen, because I'm telling you what, the decisions you make in life without using discernment and due diligence can actually affect the entire course of the rest of your life. Don't put you, your reputation, or your money at risk. All right. With that said, Mike, I know we have a couple other things that we need to talk about, and we're going to get off here. But guys, I hope we have given you some great facts tonight. I hope we provided you with the receipts you need, because this is all about your confidence and belief. Because when you're confident and you believe and you know, okay, that what you have can take you to where you want to be, nobody can knock you off that fence. Not with hype, not with FOMO, not with any enticement. You just deal with facts. All right. So with that, Mike, I know we've got a new call schedule coming up. Am I correct? Live. Yeah, I can't hear you.
Yeah, we've got a new call schedule. You
Our
want to go
live
through
schedule.
that?
I'm sorry.
You ready?
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. Our lunch and learns, guys. We were doing Tuesday and Thursday lunch and learns. And those lunch and learns were specifically to get people up to speed and a full understanding of how precious metals and MWR Fundable 360 work, because those are new additions over the last 2 months, 3 months, to where new things have happened. And we wanted to make sure everybody stayed up to speed on those things or got up to speed on those things. Now, our lunch and learns will no longer be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. There'll be one of them every single week. Every single week. Our first Wednesday of the month will be going over MWR's lifestyle strategies overview, where you're going to learn how our experts help you keep more of the money you make, how to plug in and start putting more money in your pocket out of your existing income in days or weeks, not months, years, or decades. Okay. So that's going to happen on the first Wednesday of the month, this Wednesday coming up. Okay. Then, or no, did we start them this week? Yes, we started them this week. That's right. So this Wednesday, lunch and learn number 2, Wednesday number 2, we're going to be going over MWR legacy strategies overview. This is where we go over MWR's exclusive precious metal passive income strategy, and our platform, our portfolio, and our self-banking diversified cash flow account, guys. That's good stuff. If you don't know what that is, you'll definitely want to know what it is. On the third Wednesday of the month, we're going over MWR's revenue sharing plan. These lunch and learns are to provide knowledge about the 4 pillars of MWR. Okay. And it's how we save people money, how we help them earn more money, how we help them multiply their money or grow their money, and how they can borrow money to accelerate the entire process. That's what those are all about. And then on the fourth Wednesday, MWR Fundable 360, I just covered that. That covers our 4 pillars. Then when there is a 5th Wednesday, what we do is we put it all together. and we show you how we're going to help you shift, increase, multiply, and protect your money by leveraging everything MWR has to offer. We're also going to be going over MWR tools, the Biz Center, and a membership portal overview so everybody understands how to monitor and keep track of their business and their commissions and use the tools that are there, as well as plugging in and utilizing each of the services included in your membership and take advantage of all of it, okay, to change your life. So with that, Mike, I think that's about it. Is there anything I missed?
Well, I have some slides that you took some snapshots of the activity from the past few days. Did you want to show that?
Yes. Guys, again, if you talk about bringing receipts, we're going to show you some slides of the last 4 hours of October. How many people were wanting to? This is the last 4 hours. I will tell you this, in the last 48 hours of that, we had over 347 people, or was it 350? 347. I believe it was 347 people that ended up buying precious metals and entering into the rental agreements to start earning passive monthly income in the month of November. And here's the crazy part. People say people don't have money to participate in precious metals. Apparently, our members do. We're either saving it for them, they're earning it, or they borrowed it. Or maybe they were already doing well financially, Mike. I don't know any of those things. But I know we had transactions. Are you going to pull them up, Mike? We had transactions that came in that were anywhere from $58 all the way up to, $100,000 in transactions that happened that day. And guys, we are right now at the point to where we are about this close to going over $1 million in the first week of opening it up. The first week. And I want you to look at this. In the last 4 hours, there was somebody purchasing on average a purchase every what? 3 minutes, Mike, was the average?
Every 3 minutes. And
for the last 4 hours.
Just this one little snapshot right here. You can see here's 2 ounces, 6 ounces, 50 ounces, 6 ounces. Here's 464 ounces, 3 ounces, 10 ounces. And what is it you said, Brian? Every ounce
counts. Every ounce counts. Here's the beautiful part, guys. You don't need a ton of money to get started in precious metals, because between now and November 30th, we have this every ounce counts promotion that we're running, to where literally the minimum to participate in our precious metals platform originally started at 500 ounces. We negotiated it to 50 ounces. And for until November 30th, November 30th, make sure I give the right date. There's only 30 days in November. It's the last day of November.
Yeah.
Okay. People can get into our precious metals platform or our rental agreements with just 1 ounce. And here's the thing, guys, we don't make a dime off of your silver purchases. None. Zero. No money off your silver purchases. Okay. This is all about you being able to participate in that so that you can win, not just the company win. We win because this is attracting members. This is attracting marketing directors to the business to share this concept, and you guys get to win with that too. Okay. So it's a win-win for everybody, but this makes it to where now the average person, again, not ordinary, but maybe has never done anything like this, doesn't know anything like this even exists, they can start now with $58 instead of having to have, or whatever the price of an ounce of silver is. And anybody that gets in before November 30th, they're grandfathered in, meaning that you can add precious metals every single month and you can add it to the next month's contract or agreement to where it counts, and you start earning more the next month. You add more that month, you start earning more the month after that. Okay. And so you can literally build wealth 1 ounce at a time and do it faster, better, and safer than anything else I have ever seen in my life. And tonight we proved it. Okay. So with that, Mike, thank you, buddy. I greatly appreciate it. And I appreciate you putting all these slides together. As you can tell, guys, Mike did snapshots and created stuff, so I greatly appreciate that. But listen, guys, this is for you. We'll make this shareable. I want you to be able to share it because this word needs to get out. This is the first time in history this has ever been done. We're not just making money, we're making history, okay? And you are a part of a community, the right community. Mike, you know what community stands for?
What's that, Brian?
Common unity. Common unity. And I will tell you, the collective power of the members of MWR has the ability to drive the price of silver up. It has the ability to create scarcity in the market with silver. And when we do that, it drives the price of our rental agreements up to where they produce higher returns. We have the ability to do all of that. And what community you're a part of needs to be the community that is winning. We are flat out winning, guys. And I'm excited that every single one of you are here. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to leave anyone behind. Let's go out and share this with the world. Love you guys. Appreciate you. And stay tuned because we got some other big things coming up. So appreciate it. Have a great night, guys.